All rise. Both parties, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Welcome to Judge TV, where emotions meet the law, and today's case is a story about Kim Hearn versus Lawrence Edwards. Artificial grass installation failed. Kim Hearn hired Lawrence, a relative's friend, to install 1,500 square feet of artificial grass for $8,000. It started out looking great, but after 2 months the grass burned and warped due to heat reflecting off the windows. Without Kim's knowledge, Lawrence knew about the problem but did not warn her during the installation, considered to be professionally irresponsible. Kim paid an additional $1,200 for the first repair, but the problem persisted. Lawrence promised to fix it again for free, but the two sides kept failing to schedule, leading Lawrence to give up. Kim had to hire another company to fix it for $1,700.
Occasions, family, friends. So I thought, why not give Lawrence, my family friend, give him some business. They come out, right? They assess. It's in my backyard, and they gave me a price of $8,000, which, upon my research, I know.
That's how much it cost?
$8,000, which was
with the
actually
family discount, Your Honor.
What size lawn?
1,500 square feet. That's what I thought. So he said it was a family discount, and so I believed him. And upon my research, it was a few thousand cheaper. So he was giving me, a little off. So I said, let me go with him, right? They put it in, and I have to tell you, Your Honor, it looked spectacular. It was beautiful. So I thank you for that. Now, a couple months later, unbeknownst to me, when we're getting the summer months, right, July and August, right, in Phoenix, I started to see, and you can see, I have the evidence of the slides if we want to put them up.
I'll show that.
These are the first two, and this again is only 2 months after. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll take whatever you want to share as far as the photos.
Sorry.
Thank you.
This is only 2 months after, and it is in the summer months. So
That's when it's first completed.
actually, that's the 2 months after.
Oh,
so
okay. Let me see that's the 2 months after.
That's the 2 months after. And so if you can see that one side looks like a tractor went on it.
This is 2 months after installation.
This is 2 months after it was installed. And you can see on the left, right, it looks like tractor marks on that one. And on the right, you can see there's some brown spots in there. So,
well, on the left, it looks like one type of grass. On the right, it looks like a totally different type of grass.
correct, because thank you. What I was finding out, unbeknownst to myself, is that my kitchen window and bedroom window and bathroom window on the back of the house, that the summer months in Phoenix, the heat that was coming and reflecting off those windows in the back of the house was actually destroying the lawn.
So where is that destruction evidenced?
So it's the difference, like of what you had said, Your Honor, the tractor marks on that side and then the dark brown spots on the other side. And you see how the grass is starting to change its shape.
Right.
So they don't look exactly the same.
No, not at all.
Now, I did not know this, so I started to research, and apparently I wish Lawrence had let me know this, I needed to put a certain filter on my windows in the back. And so I installed the filter right after the couple of months, the next day. I let him know. I sent Lawrence the photos of what had happened. He said, no problem. We will come back and fix it. Okay. We set up a time. I go to work. I come back from work. There's actually a video. You'll see the sand right there.
Okay, this is the video.
Here's the video. So I go to work, they come to fix it, I come back from work, and the sand, and you see those creases and wrinkles? So that's another part of my grass area. They fixed the one area, but now the other part of the area has that sand, and it has those wrinkles and the creases. And so I don't know what's going on, basically, right? By the way, I had to
called
pay,
Mr. Edwards.
Yeah. Yes, and I had to pay $1,200 for them to come back and fix it. So now it's $8,000 plus $1,200. So now I'm up to $9,200.
So they've come back to fix it.
They came back to fix it.
Mr. Edwards.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like, that sand.
So why are you asking? Because you got a third person to do it?
So, okay, thank you. Sorry, Your Honor. So when I see that now, I paid the $1,200 because he said the warranty does not cover the heat messing up the lawn, which I wish I would have known.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
I went with two of my best workers. We sat there for 45 minutes outside her door to then receive a text message that her phone had died the night before, and she didn't have a chance to tell us that she had to reschedule.
And later,
To bring back a room that dead does take a lot of work.
The party was not dead. It was a 40-year-old's birthday party. This was not some frat party.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Kim Hearn, who is suing Lawrence Edwards for lawn repair fees.
You don't know that heat and sun from window reflection has an impact on this artificial grass? You didn't know that?
I did know that, Your Honor.
And you didn't see that she had that, what kind of windows she had, or you didn't tell her anything about that?
Most of the houses that I've dealt with in the future already have that film on it.
Well, that's most houses. You doing her house. She didn't know anything about it.
I did not say anything.
Okay,
to her,
and you knew that it was something that should have been attended to.
I did know that that was something that could
And you didn't
happen.
check her windows and houses to see if she has it. You went on most houses.
I did not check the windows, Your Honor.
Yeah, that was negligent because you were the expert and knew. So, all right.
No, I
So
didn't.
now when she called you and told you about this, you said you'd come back to do it. You did?
Correct. I tried.
But
I
what
set
happened?
up an appointment, and I came back personally because the second time we went back, I hired a subcontractor to go and do the work. I couldn't make up the time to be there because she had it done on a specific day that I already had something scheduled, and she was not working with my schedule. And I did tell her that it was a job that would need at least 2 days, and she
Okay.
insisted that she had to have it done in 1 day. So I had to have this subcontractor come. They unfortunately did a poor job. So I told her right away that I would come back and fix it free of charge, come and help her out, make sure it's all set. She set up an appointment for that next Monday. I went with two of my best workers. We sat there for 45 minutes outside her door to then receive a text message that her phone had died the night before, and she didn't have a chance to tell us that she had to reschedule. So now we lost the first half of our day, and we went on to another job, which is about 45 minutes away, and I told her I would have to reschedule with her for another week.
Right.
At
And
that
did
point.
you reschedule?
She got back to me. She said she was going to be back in town. I do have our text message
Okay.
back and forth between us, if you'd like to
Right.
see, Your Honor. Cool.
All right, so
And
did
Your Honor, I do apologize for that. I said I'd be gone for a week because I had a wedding in Bermuda.
Right.
So, and I said I will let you know when I get back.
Okay,
And
did
I
you let
did,
it-
and you'll see in the text
And
messages.
she informed me she was back and that she needed to reschedule for the following week.
And did you do that?
The next day, she texts me back to let me know she has to reschedule again.
Okay.
So at this point, this is now the third time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then what happened?
At that point, I've already lost so much money with like paying my employees and stuff
What
like
did
that.
you do? You didn't lose money because they weren't with you. She just rescheduled before
But
it was
instead
time.
of being there at those times, now I had to like find
But you
other
didn't pay
jobs.
anybody because she rescheduled before the time.
Yeah.
At least for the first time.
I let you know I was rescheduling. You didn't
But she
lose money.
rescheduled before the date you went, so you didn't lose money on
Not
her.
the first day, Your Honor.
We talked about that 45 minutes you sat there and waited. We're beyond that. You rescheduled.
Correct.
Because she was going to Bermuda, right?
Correct.
She came back from Bermuda and rescheduled again.
Correct.
But she called you before the day you were supposed to be there, right or wrong?
She did, yes.
Okay, and the
Yes,
second
Your
time
Honor.
she called you the day before you were supposed to be there, right?
Correct.
Okay, so why didn't you go do it on the reschedule? Did you reschedule?
Well, at this point, I've been so busy with other jobs.
Okay, so you didn't have any openings, so you
I
didn't reschedule.
didn't have any openings, so I
Okay.
couldn't reschedule at that point.
Oh, you weren't interested in rescheduling with her. You was sick of her.
At this point, yes,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Okay. Why is your schedule so busy that you can't reschedule with the man? You don't have to be there.
That's what, okay, thank you, Your Honor. So the first time I did that, you're right, I wasn't there. So then I felt like, well, I don't want to have to go through this another time.
So you thought
I
if you
wanted
were
to be
there, you could make sure it was done correctly when you don't know anything about doing it?
I know, I don't know, I was trying.
You wouldn't know if it was correct or incorrect when they finished if you were
You're-
standing right there in the yard.
You are correct. In my brain, I thought, well, maybe they'll do it better if I'm standing there, but you are
it's
correct.
not even a matter of better if do it properly, but you would have no way of knowing whether you were standing there or not. When he said, no, I can't deal with with you anymore? You called somebody else?
I texted him, and you can see in the text messages, like 3 times, no response from him. I texted 3 times, and at the end I said, Lawrence, I'm going to hire another company to do the repairs. No response. Mind you, he said he would do this one. I wouldn't have to pay an extra $1,200 like I did the first time, but I don't even know why I paid the $1,200 the first time. I just wanted to get it done. So then ghosted me, got nothing. And so I have an event with my CEO coming and my parents coming in, and I have an event going on in my backyard. So yes, I did. Miraculously, I call somebody else and they can come when I'm there, no problem. They're very busy too. And if you can see on that last picture.
Okay, where's the receipt for this one?
Here's the receipt,
That
sorry,
they
Your
did.
Honor.
Okay, she called somebody else.
Called somebody else.
And paid another.
And if you want to see the photo, it looks beautiful. That's what that company did for $1,700 because I had to do it. So now I'm basically out. Basically, this whole job now costs $10,900 when I should have just gone with Kendra, my friend's company, because I'm actually paying more now, $900 more, even with the family discount.
But you never knew that. I'm not going to make him redo it. I'm not going to do it because when you want, the law says that when you make a mistake or when you do something wrong that you have to correct it, but you have to give them time to correct it. And you gave him time and he gave you time and he kept trying to do the job and to do it properly, but your schedule, you were too busy for it. He doesn't have to wait forever. He offered to correct his mistake.
But then several months. That's like
Judgment for the
several months.
defendant.
Fortunately, Judge Mablean delivered a sharp, balanced ruling that was favorable to both parties' verdict. Judge Mablean denied Kim's request reasons, Lawrence tried to make amends, Kim repeatedly postponed the date, and ultimately did not give him a reasonable opportunity to make amends.
Got that filter for my kitchen when I thought you would help me out, Lawrence.
And we continue to follow the second lawsuit today. Mason Morales sues James Ross, stealing credit at a birthday party. Mason, the person who organized a 40th birthday party for his friend Greg, paid for the rental and catering himself. James Ross, the guest, suddenly took the microphone, took credit, said he created the vibe, and said anyone who wanted that kind of vibe could contact him. Thanks to this credit taking, James got a new client, making Mason feel like he lost a business opportunity and demanded $500.
Boss, the pleadings say that you're suing for $500 because he lost business for taking credit for your work. Explain yourself.
Well,
right.
Your Honor, I'm an event planner, and the defendant and I share a mutual friend, Greg. It was his 40th birthday, and Greg asked me to plan a party for him because he knew that I was more than capable of doing that. And so I paid out of pocket to rent a party house and cater the event. I invited the defendant, Mr. Ross, and as I was preparing the cake to sing happy birthday to our friend, I hear loud thumping music from the party outside, and when I went out to check on it, Mr. Ross was on the microphone taking credit for the party, saying that he was bringing the vibes, and if you want a vibe like this, then you know who to call. And that directly led to him receiving a new client that I believe should have been mine.
You see, the party was starting to take a dip, and this was a big deal. It was a 40th birthday party. You know, I just wanted to liven up the room. This isn't a funeral, it's a birthday party. So I told the DJ, let me say a few words, give me the mic. It just sort of brought the party back.
Okay.
You know, I just said, hey, you know, Greg, I love you. You know, you're a man that's always, you know, created a great vibe. I'm creating a great vibe. You know, I put a lot of work into this, and you know, if you want more of this vibe, hit me up. You know, because I also do event planning, but mainly I was just sort of acting like a hype man to the music.
So you lied.
I mean, I put a lot
You didn't put work into that party that night.
into that moment. I did into that moment.
No, you didn't put a lot of work into that party that night.
To bring back a room that dead does take a lot of work, even if it doesn't take as long.
He's exaggerating. The party was not dead. This was a
It was dead.
40-year-old's. It was a 40-year-old's birthday party. This was not some frat party.
Coming up,
So why are you saying that he's supposed to now give that $500 to you?
Because the client himself said that had he known that I was the
And
planner,
had you told him, he would have known.
What about for my next job? You want my money for that too? Where does it
I
end?
mean, how many people hired him for that?
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Mason Morales, who is suing James Ross for tortious interference.
So now how do you say that those words lost you a job?
Well, Your Honor, about a week later, I received a text message from one of the guests of the party, and he thanked me for connecting him with James and that he had hired James to plan a similar event for the grand opening of his store. And I informed the potential client that I was actually the one who had planned that party, and he specifically said that had he known that, he would have hired me. And Your Honor, I have those text messages right here.
Let me see. Why would you guys are friends, right?
We're not really friends. That's what I meant to say.
No, we're talking about now.
No.
No.
So you were competitors, and you pretended as though you were the person who put that party together that night. So you left the attendees believing that. You shouldn't have been on the mic saying a doggone thing except, let's give our event planner a hand. You just made it appear that you were the planner.
I truly don't think it came across that way.
Even he says from the toast he gave, I thought he did. If I had known that, I would have hired you. So this guest assumed that you had done it.
I just think that a lot of people there, they knew what you were doing, and they knew what I brought to the rest of the
You
party.
brought
Yeah, the vibes.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is. Vibes.
You do know what vibes
He doesn't
is.
know what that is.
Yeah, it does. And if you don't know what a vibe is, then you shouldn't be in party planning.
Thank you.
Point taken.
He just said a bunch of words, and he just did a bunch of hype. Now, he didn't give you credit for anything, but at the same time, did you go on the mic and say, I'm the event planner? Did you do anything to hype your business?
No, Your Honor, because I didn't believe that the event should have been about me.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
I thought best to put on a good face and just roll with what we had. I did not know that that would lead to him getting work.
Why are you saying $500?
That was the fee for the event that his new client paid him.
But he paid him. So why are you saying that he's supposed to now give that $500 to you?
Because the client himself said that had he known that I was the
And
planner.
had you told him, he would have known.
What about for my next job? You want my money for that too? Where does it
I
end?
mean, how many people hired him for that? You lost out because of you. He didn't walk up to anyone and say, give me your business. He didn't walk up to anyone and say, don't hire him. So what you're talking about is interfering with business, and there was no interference with the...
After reviewing the evidence and using valid reasoning, Judge Mablean ruled, Judge Mablean dismissed Mason's complaint. Reasons: he did not state that he was the organizer, nor did he prove that the other guest would have hired him if James were not there. James just grabbed the mic and went for it.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
If you found this analysis as eye-opening as we did, please hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments section, and subscribe to Judge TV for more amazing courtroom stories every week.